Hi everyone, it's Patty from the studio. I hope everyone is doing well and enjoying the beautiful weather we're having here in New York anyway, and I hope you're having good weather where you are as well. Wanted to put together a little video of some of the items that have been selling recently, whether you're a reseller yourself or just interested in thrifting, or even maybe if you want to start doing this on your own. I've also kind of received a lot of questions. So I thought I would address some of them, and I thought you might find it interesting. So here are some of your questions. Number one question I get, and this is just from friends' conversations or emails or comments on YouTube: where do you sell? I sell 99% of my items on either eBay or Poshmark. There are a lot of vehicles out there. There's Facebook Marketplace, there's Mercari, Etsy, eBay, Poshmark. I've done a little bit in all the platforms just to see how they work for me. And just for my product and the way I like to sell, eBay and Poshmark is where I do 99% of my selling. They have pros and cons. You have to look at fees and shipping and any restrictions, but some items I sell primarily only on eBay or only on Poshmark, but there are some that I cross-post to try to reach as many people as possible. And again, they each have their pros and cons like anything, but for me, they're profitable, easy to manage, easy customer service, and I have a private sale once in a while on Facebook, but really that's where I get most of my business. So you can research it. There's a million YouTubes. They both have great help pages. And for starting out, I think Poshmark is a little easier for somebody who's new to this. And if you ever want more information, just comment below and maybe I'll do some screenshots and show you how I work it. Question I get a lot is, where do you get your stuff? So I have a few sources. Number one, your own stash. Sometimes you'd be surprised at what you have sitting around in your basement, or toys that your kids have outgrown and your grandkids are like, I don't want that, it doesn't plug in. So your own stash is a great way to start. The other places are the bigger box donation places. Goodwill, we don't really have Goodwill by me, but when I'm out in Las Vegas, I'll hit up the Goodwill. And Savers is another big box type of donation place. Also, your local charity thrift stores, your independent thrift stores, estate sales, yard sales, and consignments, which I'm going to address in a little while. And I don't do any online auctions. That's another opportunity that I just haven't delved into yet. But could be in the future. But that's primarily where I source my things from. Popular question is, why do you buy what you buy? What's your thought process? Well, it's too scary to get into real deeply. My thought process is not that deep. Number one, sometimes I just like something, especially if it's quirky, unusual, priced well, I'll pick it up. I also have several brand names that I look for. In pottery, it might be Royal Hager or McCoy. In China, I like Noritake, Nippon. Then I'm trying to think what else. Disney, Hello Kitty. Really, usually, I can't keep in the shop. And Vintage Crewel, completed embroidery, sells really quickly for me. I've also done well with artwork. And again, artwork, you have to kind of really look at it. And I even sometimes lightly touch it to see if it's a print. Is it signed? Is the framing professionally done? Is the framing old? All those things. The other thing I consider is obviously the cost. I would like to make a profit. So if I see a piece and it's priced well, and I have to take into account shipping costs and fees, could I possibly make a profit? I try to at least double my cost in profit. And let's see what else I think of when I'm buying is condition. You could have a beautiful Limoges plate with a big chip. It's just not going to go. People collect certain names, and condition is very important. And if there is something I feel is still worthwhile, even with slight damage, I'll make sure that I photograph it very well and note it in the listing under condition as well as in the description of the item. That way the buyer is aware that I'm aware there's a problem with it. And I've sold things that have some damage, but I don't often do it. I don't often purchase damaged things. The other thing is, I used to pick up these really pretty little creamers. Honestly, without a sugar bowl, they just don't go. It's very rare that somebody's looking for that one particular pattern and they just want the creamer. So, you learn by doing. And I don't buy single creamers or, on the flip side, single sugar bowls. Just not worth it. The other thing, a teacup without a saucer without a teacup won't work for you. And also, it's really beneficial if you can find more than one of a set. Single teacups, people collect them, I get it. They just don't move that fast, and the profit margin is nil. And I also think of shipping, especially on eBay, where you have to weigh yourself. Poshmark gives you a 5-pound limit, and you can ship it in any box as long as it's not oversized or over 5 pounds. eBay, you have to indicate the shipping costs. So you better know that ahead of time, because I used to just guess, and I stink at that, I realized, and I would make no money. I'd lose money, actually. So the weight of an item, how you have to pack it, you have to, make sure you invest in good packing supplies. I sell a lot of breakable items, and that's part of my cost, is the bubble wrap, the packing paper, the labels. Most of my boxes I get for free, so that's not really an investment. But that's kind of, I think, why do I buy what I buy? I asked a lot. Oh, my hair is just not cooperating. Oh, well, I digress. Do I do consignments? Yes, I do consignments. All the items that you'll see in this video were from friends who are moving, downsizing, decluttering, and basically I'll take it off their hands if I think I can sell it for them, and I split the net profits with them 50-50. So that's been working out very well. The other type of consignments I do, sometimes somebody doesn't want to sell them on their own. They don't want to wait to get paid. So I'll pay a flat rate for items. Let's say they have a china set, and I'll say, okay, for $40, I'll take it off your hands, and they're very happy. And then I sell it on my own, and I do not split any profits. So it's immediate money for my friend. It could possibly be a little bit of a higher profit for myself. And the third thing I've started to do is, if somebody's having an estate sale or a yard sale, I've had some calls. People ask me to come over and look at some items and give them approximate value. Some things I know off the top of my head from my history of selling items, or the condition, the value, or I'll Google it and research it. And for kind of, I guess you would call it a consulting fee, I'll advise them what I think they should sell at a yard sale, what I think they should bring to an auction house or a jeweler, etc., just to help them in their own process. So that's how I work with consignments. Popular question I get is, I want to do this too. How do I even start? So just a couple of things that I would recommend if you're interested in the reselling world. There's a lot of competition out there, but there's also a lot of opportunity. So a couple of things. Start small. Don't head out to Savers willy-nilly and spend all this money and have what they call a death pile of product to list, because it takes time to list. You have to do it correctly. So it means photographing, researching, price comparisons. So start small. There are maybe things in your house that you want to try and see if this is something for you. I started with just the stuff in my house, and then I started branching out to source more, so I had more inventory. So that's one tip. The other tip, especially for eBay, invest in a scale. I have a great scale, picked it up on Amazon for maybe, wow, like $14. So I know I don't like totally package the box, because if you have a customer question, you have to open the box, unwrap everything. And I don't know about you, but I don't have storage for wrapped boxes. So I put the product on the scale, and if it says, 2 pounds, I'll add maybe another pound to take the box weight and any packing materials into consideration. That way, when I list on eBay, I can say with little doubt that the shipping is going to be X, Y, or Z, because I know how much it weighs. And everything goes priority mail. Most of my stuff is bigger, but there is first class option as well as media mail for books and magazines. But invest in a scale so you know ahead of time how much something is going to weigh. The other thing I would suggest is make sure you research. When you're in a Savers or even in your home, pull up, Google the product. Let's say Noritake sunset plate, and you go on eBay. Now what you'll first see are all the listings of people who may be selling something similar. Listings mean nothing to you in terms of pricing. You need to filter your search by sold and completed items, because I could list a plate for $8,000. And if you go into sold, you see the majority of them are selling for $12.99. Sometimes there's a huge gap on the selling. Similar product might sell for $12.99, another one sold for $50. Look at what they charge for shipping. What I discovered is sometimes people sell things for $12.99 and the shipping is $37. So you need to take that into account. Keep organized records. I am old school. I have a notebook. I write down when I bought it, where I bought it, how much I paid for it, the description, where I posted it, and where it's stored in my house. I have inventory everywhere. Don't tell the mister, he's back there. It's everywhere. Squirreled in attics, in basements, under my bed, under my sofa, in my car, all over the house. But when I sell something, I know immediately where it's located, because there's nothing worse than selling something and having no idea where the heck you put it. I think that's pretty much it. It's pretty basic. It's a fun, really fun activity. So let's take a look at what's sold. And again, anything that's marked consignment, those were zero cost to either me or my friend. But I split the profit, net profit. The sold numbers are all gross numbers. Then you take out shipping or fees, which are not really that high. So the net's pretty close to the gross sold. So I hope you enjoy it. Have fun, relax with a cup of coffee. And if you like this kind of content, please let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. And I appreciate your time. Have a great day, everyone. Stay tuned for the sold.